Welcome to the second episode of the Geography series. So, in this episode, we are going to talk about nebular hypothesis. We are going to cover basically 3 to 4 hypotheses as per this particular chart. As I told you before, the birth of universe, we have multiple theories. Not only these theories, we have n number of theories which are given by multiple people. Out of them, early theories and modern theories is the classification which generally people used to do. In the early theories, you have nebular hypothesis. This is what we are going to discuss right now. What is nebular hypothesis? What is a nebula overall in a general picture? Matlab, you have to understand what is nebula first. Nebula is nothing but dust, gas, cloud. That's it. Nothing else. Cloud of gas and dust is nebula. Something like if you watch Marvel, then you will find Eloith. It is nebula. Something like that. So it is more like if you it's a storm kind of a gas and dust, nothing else. It have multiple particles, it have multiple elements which are not even discovered by humans. So that is what called as nebula. So scientific theory that explains the formation of solar system, including our solar system, is nebular hypothesis. This also tells everything. This is given by a famous philosopher. If you are having PSR optional, then you should read about Immanuel Kant. Immanuel Kant is a bigger philosopher, bigger scholar even in PSR and in many other optionals. So you have to know his name at any cost. Immanuel Kant, 1755 is the complete mark you have to remember. So cloud of gas and dust is called nebula. And then what happens is that cloud of gas and dust gets contracted because of its own gravity. See, every dust particle will have gravity, so it will be contracted and get stuck together, so the density of certain areas, so few certain areas increases. This increased density areas are called as moons, planets and celestial bodies are formed from that dense areas. This is what nebular hypothesis tells us about completely. So now it is not telling about any source of sun or star formation. It is telling us about planet formation, dense areas and all. We are going to discuss about that later. And this is later developed by Pierre Simon Laplace in 18th century. So this is what everybody should remember. It is not like I am telling you something and you will get something, you will write something later. No, this is what you have to remember at any cost. So don't worry, you can remember, revise it twice, thrice, you will get it, because Immanuel Kant is a famous philosopher, so everybody can remember his name. So next we are going to talk about the planetesimal theory. What is planetesimal theory? Don't confuse or don't get worried seeing the name planetesimal. Nothing else. It is very simple theory. You will get to know. So as of now, nebular theory is I think so. Nebular hypothesis is completely understood, I am thinking, because nebular hypothesis is nothing but gas and dust. Some particles will be due to internal gravity will be getting denser. Those are planets, moons and celestial bodies. That is what nebular hypothesis is. Immanuel Kant have given it, and then later Laplace have developed it. That is what you have to write in nebular hypothesis, nothing more than that. And then planetesimal theory is given very recently in the 20th century. That is in 1755 by Immanuel Kant. Here it is in 20th century only. So it is given by multiple people. You see, Chamberlain and Moulton and all, you don't need to remember the names, because remembering the names comes during the answer writing, not right now when you are learning some concept. Don't remember the names. Just by chance if you remember, then okay, it is fine, but don't stress to remember the name. So next, planets were formed by extremely small bits of matter, planetesimals, that revolved around the sun. So basically planetesimals, they were saying that planetesimals are very small particles that revolve around the sun. Here they are giving the sun directly. They are not talking about the sun. They are talking about the planetesimals or small particles revolve around the sun. Then there is another sun. For example, this is one sun. Okay, let me tell you here. This is a sun, and there are small planetesimals which are revolving around the sun. And then there is one more sun who is just passing some like this. His orbit is this. There is one more star passing. Then what happens is, due to gravity between these, a cigar shaped solar, here I'll tell you, see, solar extinction, whatever it might be, there is some kind of an outburst. Okay, because of gravity there is some kind of an outburst. Cigar shaped extension, I was searching for the term. So cigar based extinction came out. This is what later the material separated from the solar surface continued to move around the sun. This is what happened is, because of the gravity it is moving like this, so this also started moving like this. Later cooled down and then became planets, rotating around the sun. That is what happens. What happened as per Moulton and Chamberlain in the planetesimal theory. Anything difficult here? Nothing is difficult here. Literally it is very easy. Planetesimal theory, just people confused because of the name. Then we are going to talk about the revised nebular hypothesis. This is the last topic which we are going to cover in this episode. So Otto and Carr, these two people have given revised nebular hypothesis. What is revised nebular hypothesis? We are going to see. Sun was surrounded by solar nebula or dust containing hydrogen and helium. Sun basically is already surrounded by solar nebula. It is solar nebula. Solar nebula means it is very hot, and also the particles are maximum dominated by hydrogen and helium. These two are the particles containing in the solar nebula. So now friction of particles led to form a disc shaped cloud, and planets were formed through process of accretion. Now because of the friction in the nebula, inside the nebula, solar nebula, because of the friction, there is a disk around the sun is formed. Disk around the sun is formed through process of accretion. What is accretion? Accretion is nothing but gradual fusion. So it is a nebula, so it is moving, and then one particle go and hit other, and then these two will hit other. This is called gradual fusion and process of accretion. So this accretion happened and there is a disk formed around the sun. That is what our Otto and Carr is saying, that in revised nebular hypothesis, asteroids were formed from the ring of gases, and then asteroids merged to form planets. So now this particular ring, whichever it is there, the particular disc shaped cloud there, from that asteroids are formed. Asteroids are formed, and then these asteroids merged to form planets. So what the nebular hypothesis is telling is, they are also not talking about the sun. They are talking about how planets were formed. This is the major concept here. We should observe that sun was surrounded. So sun is existing thing. Even in revised nebular hypothesis, they were saying that sun, they are not talking about the existence of sun. They are talking about the how planets are formed with the disc shaped and the solar nebula and everything. How then asteroids are formed. Once asteroids are formed, planets are formed. It is very simple thing to understand. If you don't understand it, you go back and then watch it again. You will definitely understand it. If you have any doubts, put in the comments. I will reply maximum if I have some time, because I'm making videos continuously. So I'll reply, or anybody from my team will reply. Thank you so much for watching. Meet you in the next episode.